everybody? Welcome to another episode of Politically Street. I am your community ambassador, Mr. Robin J. Anderson. Before I introduce my next guest, I want to give my disclaimer. Politically Street is not a politically endorsing podcast. We are here for information purposes only. With that being said, and we interview people doing astounding things in our community, business leaders, and our elected officials, all right? So with that being said, I have a person that we met via Instagram. Instagram has been a nice plug for me, man. I appreciate Instagram. They ain't paying me yet, but I met a young lady, man. I saw her on one of Country Wayne's skits or whatnot, and so I didn't know who she was but anyway, I interviewed Meek's Piece, and shout out to Meek, and she commented on there, man. I have Miss Tiffany Simmons Esquire, right? The hood lawyer, hood plug lawyer, you know what I mean? So, yeah, well, let me see. I think I have some claps on here, but we'll put them on there. Anyway, yes. Thanks for coming in. Bless my presence with your bless my podcast with your presence. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Thank you for having me, everyone. Tiffany M. Simmons, don't forget the M, that stands for money.
Gotcha.
And other reasons. Honestly, shouts out to my cousin in heaven, Tiffany Simmons. That's why I always make sure I say the M, because I do have a cousin that we miss dearly, that her name was Tiffany too. Respect.
Rest in peace to Miss Tiffany Simmons.
Yes.
But we got Tiffany M. Simmons here, you know what I mean? So what I like to do is get a background of where you come from, and then we're going to go into what it is you do, all right? So tell me where you from, where'd you grow up?
All right. Well, I grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, home of Floyd Mayweather, Marvin Sapp, the DeBarge family, and of course the undefeated Plugs lawyer, myself.
Gotcha. Okay. What high school did you attend? Well, did you have when you grew up, did you have is it single parents? Is it mom and dad there, or?
Well, no. My mom and dad both have always been in my life. Okay. The one thing that was a part of, my life's journey was having teenage parents, young parents, and growing up with your parents. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. It's very different because you're dealing with people that are still trying to figure out themselves.
Right.
It was a single parent home because my dad was in the military, and so he traveled a lot. So it was primarily me and my mom, and then my mom, she married someone, and then my dad married someone. I have my bonus mom. So
I love that.
My life is filled with the parents, but it wasn't always an easy road. But shouts out to my mom and dad.
Right, and the reason why
they made a genius.
Right. Check. The reason why I asked you that, because I want people to know that no matter what your upbringing is, it doesn't dictate where you're going.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? So that's why I asked. I've had people that's had stints in prison come here and give their testimony. You know what I mean? So that's why I asked. All right. So
everybody has a testimony, and we all need to share it. I didn't come from lawyers. I do have a tremendous testimony that I often share, and I often share in my books as well.
Yeah, man, she brought some gifts, y'all.
Some stuff.
Man.
Well, a queen comes with gifts when she shows up. So,
wow, that's real. I like that, man. She said she's a queen, y'all. So, you from Detroit, Grand Rapids, right?
Yes, but I went to HBCU. Shouts out to FAMU in Florida.
Oh man, Prairie View A&M, Prairie View.
No, FAMU Rattlers all day. Shouts out to FAMU.
But no, shout out to HBCUs, man, because they really gave people like us they cultivated us in a time where we needed it. You know what I mean? And so I don't take nothing away from HBCUs, man.
No. Shouts out to my HBCU. FAMU was a part of making me what I am today, and at the end of the day, whatever education that you can get, whether it's HBCU, whether it's street education, whether it's, predominantly white education, take advantage of that and use it. Right.
Gotcha. So you say what high school did you attend?
I went to City High School. Oh, wow. I'm a grown person. High school.
Yeah, you jumped ahead of me with the HBCU. You know what I'm saying?
So City High School. Okay. It actually was a school for gifted children. So,
wow. Gotcha.
I have always been in programs that were for accelerated students.
Gotcha. So from there, you went to FAMU. All right. So what? when did you get the desire to actually become a lawyer?
The desire to become an attorney, that came from childhood.
Gotcha.
You mentioned earlier test and testimony.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, I was molested by a family member when I was young. And when it was addressed by my family, and I'll say my mom's side, because I was primarily with my mom, it felt like I was on trial. I didn't have anybody to speak up on my behalf.
Wow.
And families, a lot of families and a lot of people, male or female, have been in situations where they have been molested or touched or raped or whatever you want to call it. And they haven't been able to recover from that mentally, emotionally, physically, if not, financially, whatever. And so part of my testimony, and that was my test to have this testimony of where I am today.
Wow.
Had that not happened to me, that wouldn't have been the catalyst to push me to become the lawyer, to be the voice for the voiceless, to be a woman that can do other things besides be the lawyer. And still be a whole human after that happened to me by someone that you're supposed to trust, and love. I oftentimes, when I'm on a platform speaking about that particular subject, I let people know it's not a man in an ice cream truck saying, "Come get this ice cream." Oftentimes, it's people that have relationships with you. It's people that develop that trust. So when they finally violate you, you're in a place of despair. You are the victim. But as you see now, I am a person that's a victorious person. And that's, again, part of the testimony to share with people that you can make it through anything. If God gives you another day to keep walking, you can make it through anything.
I agree. Check. Wow, that was powerful. I wasn't expecting that, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me get myself together here, man.
I apologize. I got kind of heavy, but that's how I do. I give you meat and potatoes. I might look pretty, but I'm gonna feed your soul for real.
No, I appreciate it. Well, I don't eat meat, but I'll take the fish. All right, so.
All right. Well, fish and salad, but you're not gonna get candy. Okay. Except for a little eye candy.
Gotcha.
I'll take a drink of my juice.
Right. Wow.
Because that was heavy, but again, I want people to know what's real. And, if it got to come through sharing an ugly story, then that's what it is.
Gotcha. That's real, y'all. So, how long did it take you to go through the process of becoming an attorney?
Well, I went to undergrad at FAMU. That's a 4-year process. Law school, generally, if you go full time, it generally takes about 4 years. I went 3 years because I went straight through, and I went through summers. It wasn't any games.
I don't like school like that. That's too much, man.
Yeah. Well, by the time that I got to law school, because once I left FAMU, I did work, I did other things before I went to law school. And so by the time I got to law school, it was one of them things, I know this is it. This is time. And here's another testimony if you want me to share.
Man, by all means.
This is how I got into law school.
Okay.
And so this is for your audience that is aspiring to become a lawyer or aspiring to go to law school. I had tried to get into law school for probably about 2 years before I got into the law school that I went to, which is Atlanta's John Marshall Law School. Shouts out to John Marshall, because without that school, I wouldn't be here as the licensed attorney. Okay, so I ended up going to Michigan. I visited, my hometown, and I saw one of my mentors. And she said, "Hey, Tiffany, how are you doing? What are you doing right now?" And I said, "I'm fine. I'm doing a little business consulting, but nothing really, of substance to me."
Okay.
Because I'm a person that likes to live my purpose, not just exist. So she told me, she said, "Well, weren't you interested in law school?" I said, "Yes. I applied, a couple times. I didn't get in, I don't know." And she said, "Well, why don't you look at John Marshall?" And I said, "Well, it's a private school. I don't want any more school debt. I got out of FAMU. It wasn't that white picket fence with that large check. I thought, that was supposed to fall out the sky.
They sell us the dream.
Yes, the American dream. You go to college, all of these things. Because I knew since I was young, I wanted to have a legacy, a certain legacy for my family, my
Check.
future family, and even my family now.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that, extended family,
I know
and
what you
my younger generation after me.
Gotcha.
I have cousins that look up to me. I have, like I said, I'm very big on family. So anyway, I ended up calling John Marshall, and I spoke to the director of admissions, and I said, well, hey, what is the process for me to get in school? I know school is starting, soon. And she said, well, there's a wait list for school. You can apply, and, told me the general process. And in the mix of the conversation, she mentioned, well, at this point, the only way you can really get into school is if the dean lets you in, And I said, okay. So the very next day, I showed up to John Marshall with my paperwork because, you want to mix your faith with work.
Check.
And in the mix of that, I did take the LSAT. So you can't just go showing up saying, hey, let me in school. I did take the LSAT. Okay. I'm gonna tell them the real work and the faith that got me there. But I took the LSAT probably once or twice. I didn't have a very high score, but I had a decent score. I had my resume, I had my transcript from FAMU, because you need to show that you had an undergraduate degree.
Check.
Now, I'll even backtrack a little further. For those, again, that are interested in law school, you can have a degree in anything. It doesn't have to be criminal justice. It doesn't have to be politics or whatever. My degree was in business. I get money. I like to make money. I like to, yes.
We got to talk off camera and whatnot. We'll talk. But go ahead.
Okay. And I come from a family of entrepreneurs, so, that's me. At any rate, I had all of those things. I showed up to the school, and I said, hi, Dean Lynn, I'm Tiffany Simmons. I was told that, yes, Tiffany M. Simmons, I was told that the only way that I can get into school is if you let me in. And he, I'm 5'2", he's like 6 foot tall, he looked down and he's like, what this black girl doing? And he took my information and he said, I'll let you know. And the very next day, about 12:45 or so, I get the call, hey, we're going to let you in. We're going to give you the opportunity.
Wow.
So let me backtrack to what that means. I did no application to get into law school. My mouthpiece and my determination and my faith and my trust in God and knowing that I was supposed to do that got me into school. And I got the chance from the dean that is now retired, but shouts out to Dean Lynn. But even the same with passing the bar on the first time. And again, I guess God is having me speak of these things because maybe there's an audience that wants to know the law school process.
Check.
As far as taking the bar exam and passing on the first time,
that's rare.
I knew that I was going to pass on the first time. And the ways that I got myself to pass on the first time was visually. I had a bar passage sheet that I just printed out from online of the summer before because the bar passage list is shown for each state after each bar exam.
Gotcha, okay.
So I printed that out. I added my name to the end. I put that on my refrigerator. So I'm already seeing my name
every day. Wow.
Every single day.
Wow.
I'm listening to the videos of the bar information throughout my day. There was a time I wasn't working when I was studying for the bar exam. So I knew I had to pass the bar exam because I didn't have no money. I didn't have no fallback. During that time, my lights got cut off one of them times. So again, if you really want something, you going to go for it. If you know that it's really for you, you going to put in the work.
Check.
Like, I'm really getting teary-eyed even repeating this because I went through a lot to get to where I am. And that was early on. I'm 12 years in the game now, never lost a trial. So, again, I'm telling you early stuff that only me and God went through. My cousin couldn't fix some of the stuff. My granny couldn't fix some of the stuff before she passed.
Wow.
It was stuff that my family had never seen because I was trailblazing something new.
Wow, that's real, man. It's a lot. So you dropped so many gems in there, man. But the thing that I want people to hear to spotlight is basically faith without works is dead. You got to put the work in. You can pray all you want, but if you don't put that work in, it's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Right. So that's real, man. Then you have a purpose too. You put a purpose behind that faith and the works or whatnot. So, man, I'm thinking about something. The black community, we have been targeted. Well, I won't say targeted. That sounds like it's that's my whole conspiracy theories coming out. But the system is designed to that once you get in, it's hard to get out. But what happens is some of the chances that we take being entrepreneurs that sell things that are against the law, a lot of people don't put the money back to actually hire a good attorney for them to represent them. So how are you helping that in that aspect as far as like, a person, let's say everybody don't get that RICO clause to move that kind of weight or whatnot. Let's say the petty crime, the small nickel and diamond.
Well, I have information at every level of life, if
Gotcha.
That's what we want to say.
Okay.
For those that can't afford my, $500 and up an hour services as Attorney Simmons, I have a YouTube channel. Gotcha. On my YouTube channel, I provide a lot of free information. One of our videos that got the most views was one that talked about, like you said, a petty crime. It was theft. Mm-hmm. I got caught for theft. Mm-hmm. I started doing those videos more than like 8 or 9 years ago.
Wow.
Actually, when my grandmother passed away. One of my grandmothers, my mom's mom. Mm-hmm. I started doing those as a way to channel my anger and hurt into something positive.
Gotcha.
And being an attorney, we're often asked questions like we're an encyclopedia or like we're Google.
Right.
So with that being said, I created those videos and provided that legal information again at a free level. Mm-hmm. Other things that people can do is do the research themselves. Mm. We live in a time that people want everything force-fed to them. And if you are a Simmons Law client, we work together. I don't force feed. I don't hand feed any of those things. Mm-hmm. We work together as a team. Mm-hmm. And what that means is I have clients that read information that I send them. I have clients that are active participants in their case. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of times, especially in our community, where people, if they are able to hire an attorney, they think that we're supposed to clean up their entire life. They think that because I paid a certain amount of money, mm-hmm. you're supposed to be accessible 24/7. Mm-hmm. A lot of expectations that are outside what we really do mm-hmm. as lawyers.
I think that comes from watching movies. I think we see, okay, I get this person $10,000. I think that's where it comes from. I think.
Some of it does come from the perception of the media, and that is why me, as the attorney, the business, the brand, the plugs lawyer, Simmons Law, I have put out books. I've put out visuals through my shows that I do. Mm-hmm. I often speak on platforms such as podcasts like yourself, et cetera, to show people what a lawyer really is. Mm-hmm. And, you just, even using your example, half the time it's people that ain't even paid $10,000
right.
that have these weird expectations
right.
of what we're supposed to be.
Right.
Either we're your superwoman or either we're your devil. Mm-hmm. Depending on the day and time.
right,
no,
right.
I'm serious.
Right.
If you're happy, we're the best thing to you. Mm-hmm. But when you're upset, everything is blamed on your lawyer. So it is a heavy crown, but I love what I do because I live my purpose. I don't chase clients. I don't chase money. So the clients that make it to me mm-hmm. as the attorney, because I'm actually booked up to 2022 as the lawyer.
Wow. Wow.
As the hood court personality, TV Judge Tip, I'm promoting that through the end of this year, mm-hmm. Heavy. Mm-hmm. But as the lawyer, I'm booked up until next year.
Wow.
So it's not a game.
That's a blessing. It really is. So you mentioned the hood lawyer. Can you describe?
Hood court. Let's get it right because everything is different. Mm-hmm. I am the plugs lawyer. Mm-hmm. Hood court is my show where I am the black judge Judy. Now, mm-hmm. Hood court is a show I actually started when quarantine first hit, because courts were actually closed. People still had issues. And of course, I can provide solutions. So that was just the opportune time for me to put out a judge show that I've always wanted. I wanted a judge show since I was a kid. I grew up watching Judge Judy, Judge Mathis. I've been around. You know, I was around my grandparents a lot. So some of those shows we had to watch as childhood, it grew on me. And honestly, I have a good sense of judgment. People come to me, with a lot of things. So it fell into place at the right time. And again, this is where the faith and the works come in, because I have actually self-produced it through my production company, Pretty Bully Productions. I actually directed my first episode of Hood Court last week.
I saw the premiere on YouTube. I saw it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, we have them on our YouTube channel. It's going to Roku, it's going to Amazon Prime, all of the platforms really, really soon. And again, this is the faith in the works, because again, if Judge Judy can get $50 million a year for her shows and to go into syndication, Hood Court and me, we can get $100 million and be in syndication just as long.
Coming to a hood near you. You know what I mean? We got a bunch of them. So
yes, well, you see I'm here. I mean, I am Atlanta based, but you see I pulled up on Houston.
Man,
so
she pulled up,
if you have an issue that you want me to fix in Hood Court, let us know. We are casting right now for various roles on the actual show. And we are casting for issues. If you have an issue you want to bring to Hood Court, because let me tell you, when I first started, I was doing it on Instagram Live. You can look at, there was Black Enterprise doing articles about me, Black News, etc.
Wow.
And it went from Instagram to, again, now it's on your TV.
That's what's up. So you mentioned Instagram, and I mentioned about Country Wayne. How did y'all link up? No, because Atlanta is a big city, you know what I mean? So how y'all hooking up?
Atlanta is big but small. Shouts out to Country Wayne. Shouts out to filmmaker Chase, his team. Somebody sent me a message about that, and that's how I got connected. So they needed the Plug's lawyer, and the Plug's lawyer showed up and did what I had to do. Y'all did
that, man. That was a funny skit, man. That was funny, man. So tell me about your long-term goal as far as where you see yourself, Miss Tiffany M. Simmons, Esquire. Where do you see yourself?
Long-term goals is just to continue to enjoy my life and enjoy my family, and possibly, by that, then have my own family created with me, a husband.
Gotcha.
I live a good life, but sometimes I just want to be simple, which is going to the beach with my cousins, riding the bikes, doing the stuff that honestly stuff that we've done since childhood. So 10, 20 years from now, Hood Court will be in syndication doing this thing, and I'll be living a good life with my husband and kids and my family and loved ones, and I pray that my parents are still here to see that and enjoy that. Okay. I was very close to my grandparents, and unfortunately all of them are in heaven now, and I wish they were here to see me in my home or see me doing certain things, and I mean here in the physical, or see me have children. A lot when they passed away, that's what hurt me the most. All the success as the lawyer, honestly, I knew that was going to happen. So that didn't mean as much to me as my parents and my grandparents, the ones that I truly love, seeing me create a family.
Wow. Y'all, hold on a second, man. My eyes about to start sweating here, man. No, but that's real. And I appreciate you being, straightforward and candid or whatnot. But you brought some stuff here. What you bring?
I did. Look, let me bring the king some gifts. And we go from laughter to such serious.
Right.
I don't know where it comes from, but it comes at the right time.
It does.
But anyway, I brought you a Hood Court shirt. So now you are an official Hood juror, because yes, the people that watch Hood Court and participate on the show are called hood jurors
Okay.
because we welcome everyone's opinion, your thoughts. Now, let me tell you, a hood juror ain't just anybody.
Okay.
Let me tell you the hood juror criteria.
I'm in the in crowd. Y'all been, hold on a second. I'm in the plug.
A hood juror is a go-getter.
Okay.
A hood juror is a person that stands 10 toes on whatever it is they doing, whether good or bad.
Check.
A hood juror is a person that thinks with their own mind. A hood juror is a person that handles a business. A hood juror is a person that can maneuver in the streets as well as in the business, as well as in whatever God has them doing in life. So here's your hood court t-shirt.
That's what's up, man. Hey, y'all, I'm official now. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. I'm wearing this tomorrow. I got some J's to match it too.
Okay. Now you definitely got to continue to watch the show. For anyone interested in watching the show, all they got to do is just go to the YouTube. They can Google the Plugs Lawyer. It'll come right up because there's a lot of stuff, of course, that we know that has been called Hood Court, but it's not the official Hood Court show.
Wow. So
now I own the name, trademark, application, all of that.
Gotcha. So you got somebody that's trying to parade brand you, huh? Okay, I got you.
Well, the thing is, you know, the hood, everything comes from the hood, honestly. And what I'm getting at is hood court, there is a hood and a hood court in every neighborhood.
Okay, I got you.
So it's not a jab against anyone that has done a hood court style setting. The thing is, now the official hood court judge is here.
Gotcha.
You know, and I have the real credentials. I'm a real lawyer. I'm a certified
You didn't bring your gavel today,
etc. I didn't. Well, I'm not here to do hood court. I'm
I'm
on Politically Street.
Check. Okay.
So you know, now if we doing hood court,
gotcha.
But then I also brought my books. This is one of them. Look but don't touch the art. This is actually my limited edition lookbook. This is a $100 book.
Holy crap. Okay. Wow.
And it's actually a poetry book as well. Then I brought the Plugs Lawyer. This is $10. You can get it Amazon, Kindle, Barnes & Noble, or in my trunk. you know, a hustler gonna have it.
You gonna have it at work.
I got it for the streets. You know, don't sell itself.
That's right.
And this is also one of my books called Law and Family Order. Now, this book is not about the law. Of course, the title, it sounds like it. But this is actually a book. It's my story and the story of 11 other business women who are also mothers, wives, etc. And we kind of talk about how you can balance having a business and a family. And of course, as you've heard, I'm not a parent yet.
Right.
So the twist was I wanted to share my story because oftentimes, you know, when you do see a woman that is powerful or in the spotlight or etc., like myself, you know, people assume that you don't want kids or family.
Right, yeah.
But that's, you know, the opposite. You know, I'm a Simmons. You know, we got to keep this Simmons name going.
In relation to Russell and them, or what?
I mean, you never know. You know, Simmons is a good name to know.
Gotcha.
We good people.
You know what? I don't know how this is happening, but for the last, so it started about roughly in around February. I met a young lady from Detroit, and she came down here. She has a company called Hemp Ice.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to be here before you leave.
Yeah.
So it went from her, and I had an interview. I interviewed a young lady, I think about maybe 2 weeks ago, Joy Israel. She's from Detroit. So I don't know what y'all, hey man, y'all can be coming to Texas doing that, man. You know what I mean? So
I mean, Michigan, we go getters, we hustlers, we about that bag, we about our business, we about our purpose. If you make it out of Michigan, you can make it anywhere.
She said the same thing.
Like I have not had to. I left home at 17, and I'm grown. I have not had to move back home or any of that, and no, you know, jab to anyone.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But for me, I knew my role was outside of home. I knew my impact had to be seen outside of home.
Check.
When I left at 17, you know, I came from a family of hairstylists, hairdressers, barbers, people that were pillars in the community. So I had to get out of their shadow to be the person that God made me to be.
Wow. That's another gem that she dropped, y'all. Y'all didn't catch that, did you? You know what I mean? But anyway, before we get out of here, you have You had something
Oh
else
yes,
too.
I did a candle as well, hood court. You know, just a
Red,
little hood court merch, and then
Man, that's
hand
what's up.
sanitizer for
Okay.
you.
I don't know you trying to say my hands dirty now.
No, well, we're in a time where we want to keep our hands clean. You
No,
never know.
I'm
So
teasing.
there you go.
No, I'm teasing, man. No, before we leave, give everybody your hook and where they can find you at and things like that, so we can get you some more followers and people that support you.
All right. Well, I appreciate the love and support. You can follow me on Instagram at The Plugs Lawyer. It is spelled the regular way, not no hood way. It's ThePlugs Lawyer. You can follow Hood Court ATL. That is my new hit show where it is a reality TV judge show. If you want to be a participant on Hood Court, hit me in the DM. If you want to follow my law business, Official Simmons Law is the Instagram for that. Website is theplugsLawyer.com. So I'm definitely everywhere, even when I'm not everywhere. Me personally, I'm one of them people. If God want us to meet in person, it'll happen that way.
That's right.
But other than that, you ain't gonna see me in person.
Right. Wow. I feel blessed, man, because I say she reached out to me via Instagram through Meek, and
Oh,
I
yes,
appreciate
and
you.
I will let your audience know, if you are in the Houston area, check out my pizza. I have a pizza named after me, the Plugs Lawyer Pizza,
Yeah.
at Meek's Vegan Pizza on Blodgett Road here in Houston. And again, that's why I'm here as well, to finally taste the pizza that's
good.
named after me.
It's good, y'all. Like I say, and we had to start making healthier choices with what we eat, y'all, because if not, man, we already see what's happening. You know what I mean? So definitely go and check out Meek's Pizza. I'm gonna ride with you, man. We can go check out this pizza together. I haven't tried it.
Okay.
I think I've tried like 4 different ones, but not yours. Yeah, I wanted to wait till you come.
You definitely have to try it. Again, it's this Friday, and I'm excited to meet the people of Houston,
put this
because
in my
I
phone
actually
real quick.
heard that my pizza was one of the top
One of the
pizzas
faves?
there.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, yeah. Yeah, Meek a good guy, man, you know what I mean? But either way, that's enough plugging Meek.
Yep, another good person to meet.
He's
Yeah.
a good guy, man. So, but y'all, hey, make sure and go to my YouTube channel at Politically Street, subscribe. I also have my shirts on PoliticallyStreet.org.
Yes.
Get that shirt. She came through and, supported me, man. Also, I'm on Facebook as well, Instagram at Politically Street. So until next time, y'all, make sure and go follow the Plugs Lawyer. Hey, we've been tab these streets, y'all.
Yes.
All right, so
like, subscribe, because we definitely need all those numbers
Yes, we do.
as we push Hood Court to the top.
yes, ma'am. All right, so until next time, y'all. Peace.